Hi, everyone. Well, no one's joined us yet, but they'll be joining us shortly. The matches, we have a double header today. A double header between, well, first and foremost, the first match is an incredibly important match. Well, for Mumbai Indians, it certainly is. Mumbai Indians play the Delhi Capitals. As my Australian friends say, Delhi Capitals, but of course it's Delhi Capitals. The toss is about 14 minutes away. It starts in 44 minutes, so it's a little bit later today. So, Steve Smith, Hardik Pandya, we've all had little chats. Steve Smith, he's not sure that he's playing yet because Prithvi Shaw may well be back. So that's probably a good thing for the combination of Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan is quite an incredible performance. Yes, Sharjah Gayatri was a terrific performance by Punjab Kings yesterday. They certainly have pressed their claims yet again. They've moved ahead, or they're currently ahead of Mumbai Indians. They're on 10 points with KKR. So KKR certainly have missed an opportunity to actually cement their position in the top four or go close to doing so. They're now going to be very concerned about the next match because if Mumbai Indians win, they'll go to 12 points and will be in fourth spot and will be 2 points ahead of KKR, which means KKR have to win their last two matches and hope effectively that Mumbai Indians lose one of their matches. So it's become a bit of an interesting situation. Of course, if Delhi win, then status quo, so to speak, with all teams on 10 points. Rajasthan Royals and SRH, I don't think they're going to make it. But Chennai Super Kings, Delhi Capitals can ram home a big advantage here and put pay to Mumbai Indians, probably making it a top. Delhi Capital middle order is getting weak lately. Well, it's not weak, it's just a little bit off colour. So this first match between Delhi Capitals and, of course, Mumbai Indians is a significant one. Then, of course, we have the next match. We have a series of matches, of course. And to me, the IPL, post this match, we'll have Rajasthan Royals versus Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings can play quite freely because they know that they've won their way into the semis. Rajasthan Royals have it all to do, and I'm expecting CSK to smack Rajasthan Royals in that match, and ultimately Rajasthan Royals can pack their bags like Sunrise Hyderabad and see it later. Who will join them in that last four will be interesting. I would say Punjab Kings did a good job yesterday, beating KK, which impressed me. But it's all to do with the first match. Mumbai Indians can really stake a claim here in the fourth spot. And then once again, we could see the research. We didn't expect it, but here we go. Wayne World Coins Australia. G'day from South Australia. G'day, Wayne. How are you? Who do you go for I'm guessing in the AFL you went for Melbourne over Western Bulldogs. I'm not sure. But in rugby league tomorrow, of course, we have the huge match between South Sydney Rabbitohs, as you can see, versus the Penrith Panthers, the Penny Panthers, as I call them. Yeah, I'm just getting Michael Curran, who's a Rabbitohs supporter. So, yes, the reality is that Mr. got tea today. No, I've had something to eat already. So the truth is that the South Sydney Rabbitohs are playing the Penny Panthers. Penrith Panthers tomorrow. I'm going to do a big splash. Okay, so my thoughts on India versus Australia women's match. Well, it's absolutely magnificent. The Test match is really, really, really impressing me. With, of course, Indian women getting declaring what has been were declared 8 for 377, magnificent. And Australia have lost 2 for 69. Both Alyssa Healy and Beth Mooney are both out, so that's pretty significant pairing. If they lose a few more wickets, India are in a great position. Great. Let's just call it as if Michael Kerr is a Mad Rabbitohs supporter. This match is going to be a low score. Michael, I'm live on air to India. I'll call you shortly. Okay, I'll tell you what's going to happen, all right?
Okay, no worries. Thanks, Norman.
Ciao, Papa. So, this is an amazing match. India really have got a massive chance of winning this match. Australia keep losing wickets. The 2 for 69 out. They get 200 on. India could well have a very strong chance of winning this Test match. Great effort from India. They're in the ascendancy, totally in control. It's magnificent. Okay. KKR will be looking over the shoulder now with Mumbai Indians playing Delhi today. And if Mumbai Indians beat Delhi, which you would think shouldn't happen, it'll be interesting to see this. This is going to be interesting indeed. So let's have a look here. So I'm predicting today that Delhi Capital bowlers Ashwin and Norje and batting Hardik Pandya for the match today. Yeah, look, you would hope the Delhi Capitals get their act together because the momentum they need to have it swing in their favour. Well, they didn't play well the previous match. Mapumalanga? Must be a South African match, is it? Yeah, Mapumalanga. Mapumalanga's a great safaris there. Okay. Yeah, this is an incredibly important match. Delhi Capitals really need to win this. Mumbai Indians probably need to win it more. And if Mumbai Indians can win today's match, that puts them on 12 points, which is an incredibly strong position. And that would mean that, really they're going to make it difficult for KK or even for them at Punjab to actually get through. And Mumbai may yet again make the finals. Did not see this coming. Well, it might pull out a win. Look, Delhi Capitals should win this match. That's the reality. They should win this match. So Prabhajang is a fan of Elise Perrill. She's currently batting. The score is 2 for 69. And yeah, it's not a great session here for England for Australia at all. They're not doing that well, I'd say. They certainly could do a lot better than they are. India in great form. 8 for 377 in Australia, mind you. But they had some debutant bowlers, let's be honest. Now, I'll put together an Australian fan reaction video. I don't think all of you have seen that, so please tune into that if you don't mind. So we've got some 6 minutes before the toss, which will be interesting. So this is a double header between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals that are being played at Sharjah, and then straight after it in Dubai, CSK play Rajasthan Royals. Really, CSK could put Rajasthan Royals to bed. Delhi could also do a pretty good job on Mumbai Indians. As if Mumbai lose this match, it's going to make it hard for them. It'll give KKR a bit of a reprieve. Now, imagine if KKR had won yesterday and Mumbai lost today, then KKR would be literally through. Meg Lanning will score a century. So it's a bit presumptuous there what's going to happen in that game, because at this point in time, Australia are not doing that well. Meg Lanning is a good player. So is Lisa Perry. Let's have a look here. No. So at this point in time, it's a very, very big match indeed. I don't know where. I don't know where my friend, good old friend, Apana is. Apana was meant to be around too. She's not here. Her channel's doing well. I'm very happy for her. See, DC might win. The word should be DC must win, Manu John. Julian Goslami bowling looks so good, even at her age. Well, she's a very clever bowler. Very, very clearly knows what she's doing. And it's going to be interesting to see. I've got a feeling they're going to win this women's test match. 377 is a huge total. Australia 2 for 69. It could easily lose a few wickets and be out for less than a couple hundred, which would then put they're in a pretty bad situation.
Justin James at 407. Kyle Berkshire building.
I'm trying to find that.
This crowd's going nuts.
Interesting how the women's cricket's not showing live innings break, is there?
Collection on demand.
I'm not sure. Is it a break time or is it break time? I'm not sure what the women's cricket's doing here. It's a tea break in the women's test for 2 for 69. So this final session of the day's play, if India can pick up a number of wickets and get Australia out for less than a couple of hundred and forced to follow on, that would be pretty spectacular. Put one hell of a lot of pressure on. All right, so the toss is only 6 minutes away. It does look like toss is less than 10 minutes. It's a few minutes away. Robert Sharma was joined by Ajinkya Rahane in the rival camp as he surveyed the 23 yards. Sachin Tendulkar's there checking things out. Don't forget he's not playing anymore. So it's an interesting situation. So one of the best pre-match interviews today, I thought, was with Avish Khan, Hardik Pandya, and Steve Smith have all been interviewed. This doesn't look like Steve Smith's playing. It looks like pretty sure he's back, and he should be back, quite frankly. He needs to be back, considering the situation. The Australian batters look a little bit nervous. There, Meg Lanning, I can see talking away. She doesn't look exactly that happy. Yes, a big match between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals. Yes, Arun Singh, Sunkor's looking all set. That's good. 2 minutes to the toss. Exactly, guys. We'll set it soon. I mean, the sides, I don't imagine either side will be too different. I'm assuming that Prithvi Shaw will return. That will mean that Steve Smith is brought back to the so-called bench. See how he goes. Tanya Bhatia there, she looked very good when she batted. Got out to a nick to Stella Campbell in her first so-called session. Yeah. With both Elise Perry and Lanning in there, I think they're pretty solid batters. They both are. But look, a couple of wickets India's way, you never know. So the toss is due now between Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals. So Rishabh Pant will walk out with, of course, Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma knows the significance of this match. If he wins, they're going to put him sort of back in the fourth clear spot with 2 matches to play. That puts them in a pretty good box seat. KKR will be very despondent with their loss yesterday to Punjab. Really shouldn't have happened. Yes, it's a very interesting stage. All right. We've got a comment here. As an RCB fan, I should support Mumbai Indians in order to secure a top 2 position. Besides Sanjana, okay. There are people that want to see other teams win that are not there. So I don't quite get that. Panthers are favourites, but I feel Rabbitohs will give a great fight and win. Arun Singh, I like you immediately. Amit, my MI versus DC head-to-head play 29. Mumbai's won 16, DC 13. That's an interesting stat. It does favour the Mumbaians. So 7 more sessions left. I pray it doesn't rain. I can get a definitive result. The women's, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I meant Srivastava, I would agree with that. The toss is due. The toss is now due. And I should be telling us a me that was going on. Pretty sure looks like he's back in the team today, which is good because he and Rick Shigadar do that well together. I mean, yeah, look, Steve Smith didn't do badly, but I think they need to really, keep the regularity of a team. Okay, so Delhi have won the toss and will bowl. Delhi have won the toss, and yet again, teams that are winning the toss are deciding on bowling and not batting. That seems to be the theme of the day. So everybody wants to bat last, which seems to be the way they do things at the moment, which is interesting. So we'll just put that up, shall we? Okay, so I'll just put that up on my... so what do we have here? So Delhi Capitals, with Rishabh Pant, that is. So Delhi Capitals. Some people say Delhi Capitals, not me. Won the toss and elected to bowl. It seems to be a real theme of the games to bowl first, to bowl. Delhi Capitals won the toss and elected to bowl. Pretty sure I was in for Lalit Yadav. So they've actually kept Steve Smith in the side. Interesting. So they're wanting to keep Steve Smith in. It looks like that's a pretty good decision. So for Lalit Yadav. Could be a good move, I think. I'm pretty sure. So let's have a look here. So Delhi won the toss and will bowl. Pant thinks chasing is a better option on the surface. And they get on like that terminology. He wants to bowl first so he can bat second. Okay. We'll just want to see what else happens in this decision-making. What is the par score here? The par score, this is Sharjah, really a ground that should have a high score because it's got small boundaries, and 60 should be a prerogative. But I would argue 160 plus is what they need. That is what Mumbai Indians will need. 160 plus, 160 to 180. DC won the last match by 6 wickets back in April 2021. So that's the form we've got to go by. KKR, RCB, and PPKS want DC to win. Oh, no, they do. It seems to be not just a good decision, it's the only decision almost. It seems to be a very common thing to do. But I want to see the full teams though. Okay, so Delhi have put Pretty Shaw in for Lalit Yadav. One change for Mumbai. Jayant Yadav is in for Rahul Chahar. Interesting. I don't know whether I would agree with that change to me. That's what they've decided. So Chahar's been playing very well, I thought. So I'm not sure. So look here. Delhi Capitals should really have a better side on paper. I mean, that's what you'd have to think. You'd have to think that would be the case. So let's read out the team, shall we? Behram's here. Well, you must be happy, Behram. Your team won last night.
Yeah, so yeah, but it needs to be continued even today. No, I don't know. I can't see you. Your screen is coming black.
Well, I'm here. I'm seeing myself very clearly. Let me have a look at the. Let me look at the. We'll go to the live. I'm clear on the live.
Okay. Can anybody reply? Means can they see Norman? It's only problem at my end.
Still can't see me?
Yeah, I can't see you. It's black at your end. Wait, let me just check on YouTube.
As I said to you, the live feed, which is going to air, is showing me up.
Okay.
And I can see you very clearly.
Yeah, now you have come. I don't know. Suddenly.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's happening. All right, so I've started a bit later, but for a reason. I had a great night last night. I think I told you I interviewed some people locally about cricket and football as well. So your Punjab, well, not your, but you were very happy. You're very happy, I'm sure, about the fact that Punjab knocked off KKR last night. Because if Mumbai win today, they're actually clear fourth.
Clear fourth, and see Mumbai has to take advantage of this because if they falter today, then thinking that then it will become a three-way race. Then even Punjab Kings is back into the foray. So if Mumbai win today, then yes, they have a very very good chance of going through because the only way they can, let's say if they lose today, then Mumbai Indian has to hope that KKR loses again because
Exactly.
next matches of KKR are like with RR and SRH, whereas Punjab Kings, if I'm not wrong, they play RCB and Chennai Super Kings, so they have tough two matches coming up. So for Punjab Kings to push through, it looks
Unlikely.
Very unlikely, yeah.
But KKR got the easiest of draws for all three matches, but they've lost one already. Mumbai's got a fairly difficult. They've got a very difficult game today. Delhi Capitals really are expected to win this. That's the way it has.
And the toss also does not help Mumbai. But let me tell you, Norman, if today Mumbai win, this will be a Mumbai juggernaut that will go and Mumbai will win the IPL. I will tell you this way. The Mumbai juggernaut will start and you can see them winning the IPL if they win today.
Wishful thinking.
My fingers are crossed that they win today.
Okay. Now, let's just go through the teams for a minute here. Mumbai Indians have made the one change that they've taken out Shahar, which I can't understand unless he's having a break due to a rest. He's somebody who bowled, I thought, pretty well. Jayant Yadav, I don't know much about him, so we'll wait and see what he does. Let's go through the Mumbai Indians team. We've got Rohit Sharma, captain and opening with Quinton de Kock. Sky is next. Tiwari, Hardik Pandya, Kieran Pollard, good. Krunal Pandya, Jayant Yadav, I don't know much about. Nathan Coulson bowled pretty well last game. Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt. Pretty good bowling lineup, to be honest with you. Very experienced bowling lineup. In the Delhi Capitals scenario, now that actually they've got a very strong batting lineup now, Beram, with Prithvi Shaw back with Shikhar Dhawan. They've left Steve Smith in his first drop.
Still in.
Shreyas Iyer and Punt, Hetmeyer, Akshar Patel, Ashwin, Rabada, Avish Khan, and Norjo. That's a pretty good side. Obviously, that's a very, very good side. And realistically, that Delhi batting line has been strengthened by leaving Steve Smith in. Would you agree?
I would say, see, my view, Norman, is like with when Steve Smith comes in, the batting lineup somehow does not look balanced. It's like, your theory, like when you say you take Ashwin as the bowler, he like a dominates. I won't say, dominates, and that way. When Steve Smith is in the team, I get that kind of a feeling, especially in the IPL.
I get you. So he's revered by the other players, and then he dictates. And if he's not a fast scorer. He's not a fast scorer.
He takes a lot of strike. So that's so if the first batsman, if first wicket gets down quickly and he comes in, then that's the problem. And Shreyas Iyer is also not clicking, honestly. So uh, it's not a very strong batting lineup also of Delhi Capitals. It's like you are right now. You have both Delhi and Mumbai Indians. You are looking at really two strong bowling lineups, but I would say mediocre batting lineups because of
Well,
the forms that they are in.
yeah. When you say mediocre, I think it's just I'd use the word out of form.
Out of form,
Right.
yeah. Because I'm talking about the very current situation itself.
Yeah, Steve Smith hasn't been. I thought it may be a strength. They're going to miss. Look, they've dropped Ishan Kishan because of form, and because of the T20 World Cup, they probably should have left him in. I don't know if the IPL sides are in cahoots with the BCCI to make sure that the Indian squad players get a fair go.
I think for the T20 World Cup, they have kept Surya Kumar Yadav in, if you ask me. That's the thing. Because if because Rishabh Pant will definitely be playing, right? So that's the reason they dropped Ishan Kishan, and you will have KL Rahul also.
This is Hemant Rao is a cheeky one. It is a bit like I'm a Delhi Capitals fan this year, and you're Mumbai Indians. And
Norman, you are a KKR fan.
I am, but I'm talking about today's game.
Oh, okay.
I'm a KKR fan, and they really stuffed it yesterday. They really stuffed it. They looked actually good early on, I thought, and then things went really strange, didn't it? I mean, it was.
Yeah, the fielding was. I think they lost it on the fielding more.
Yeah, the Punjab. You got to give Punjab credit. They probably see themselves having nothing to lose, so they decided to go for it. Anisha Tucker, who's going to join us, maybe not today, but she'll come back for the semi-finals. Aparna's channel went really well yesterday with the women's cricket. She had a big viewership.
Okay.
Pretty good viewership.
Not aware of that.
So
I gave the channel I watched. I gave so many comments, but no comments were discussed.
So as far as women's cricket is concerned, the Indians have done exceptionally well. 8 for 377, brilliant performance, really tremendous. And Australia are struggling. They're 2 for 60 odd. They're genuinely struggling. They're genuinely feeling the pressure. It's quite they're not. You wouldn't say they're in charge. There's still 300 runs in arrears. If they lose a few wickets, it could be quite a mess. Okay, Shahrukh Khan won for Pretty Zinta. Funny.
And Norman, have you seen the stat that yesterday they were showing? Ian Morgan is the worst performing captain in terms of the batting. Like if you look at a captain, yeah, he is even behind Harbhajan Singh and Shane Warne, who are bowlers. Imagine that.
Really, Owen Morgan.
His average is like 10.9, not even 11. He is behind even a season average of bowlers who have been captain like Harbhajan Singh and Shane Warne. So,
really, Owen Morgan would not be captaining England in the short format, the T20 format, if someone like Ben Stokes was available. In my opinion, I think you might see, or for that matter, Butler. And Owen Morgan's. He must be a pretty good tactician type captain, but his own batting form is, as you said, very, very poor. Now, Hemant Rao was asking who's going to win. I can't say anything other than Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals are the superior team in this comp. Mumbai Indians have all to do. We'll wait and see. Gumby here, the best ever captain for KKR. He was pretty good. Simon Kadich was he captain of KKR? No, he wasn't, but he was a good player for them. Your prediction?
My Mumbai Indians, it's in my title.
Unless you're a my fan. Who's going to win between the Rabbitohs and the Penrith Panthers tomorrow?
No, I don't have a crystal ball. Maybe
be careful. You should have You don't need a crystal ball. You should know who is going to win between the Rabbitohs and who.
In the movie Matrix, they say follow the white rabbit. Now I'll say follow the black rabbit.
Well, whatever color rabbit you want it to be, it doesn't have to be black though.
So the Rabbitohs.
And what does a rabbit? We know what a rabbit is. what is a rabbito? What is the meaning of the word rabbito?
Rabbit's toe. What does it mean? No idea.
It is
No.
somebody who kills rabbits for a living and sells them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, when I
So
was
you
young,
get
we
that.
used to go to for hunting and we used to kill rabbits. So I'm a rabbit. But
You must have a rabbito then.
yeah, but it was not for a living. It was just for eating, basically.
Well, they still kill them, so you're rabbito effectively.
I didn't knew that someone that kills rabbit is called a rabbito.
Hemant Rao, I actually hate rabbits to eat. Warner was still performing in the first leg in the middle order, could not perform at lost matches, and faced the wrath of management. But Owen Morgan not performing, but his team is winning. Yeah, that's the difference. What Warner was doing was actually ruining the harmony, was creating disharmony in his team. Mumbai Indians have won 6 finals and 5-time champions. Pretty impressive, but I think they're going to be struggling. Let's be honest, Baram. If they lose today against Delhi Capitals, do you think Mumbai Indians will still get through?
Very
Honestly.
slim chance. Very slim chance. Basically, no. I don't think KKR will falter in the last 2 matches. Because one is
this match tonight is a huge night. They must be buoyant after what has happened in the previous match yesterday between KKR and Punjab. This becomes an extremely important match. And come on, who kills rabbits? They are basically harmless rodents. Yeah, but it's not about them. They're not rabbits. Are not rodents. They're not mice. They're not rats. They have a purpose. They eat carrots. They're healthy. They're very, very sexually active. I'll tell you that much. So Providence jumps
very fast.
Providence don't reckon that Punjab has still got a chance. Of course they have, but unlikely.
Because I remember you're talking about rabbits. We had a strategy. We used to go on the hill and make them run downwards, because then they used to topple and then we used to shoot them. They can run very fast uphill, but where they can't run downhill.
Right. So if Mumbai lose today, then it's out of their hands. That's true. It will be in the hands of how KKR and other teams play. Even Punjab could have a chance, couldn't they, really?
Yeah. See, because
Punjab
next 2 games for Mumbai Indians are versus Rajasthan Royals and HRH, and same with KKR. The next 2 games are with SRH and Rajasthan Royals. So both play the same. So if Mumbai Indians win here, they will be dictating. And I think they will win, Norman. Come on, Mumbai Indians will win. They have no choice. And when you have no choice, that's where Mumbai Indians come up.
Let's have a listen to what Hardik Pandya said. He's from Mumbai Indians. Runs are important, especially when your team wins. It was important for my personal confidence, but to score for the team was important. So he batted pretty well last night on his first game against Sharjah. We have to assess the wicket and adapt on the given time. The plans have to be simple and win over obstacles ball by ball. Must win. There's no option, but one thing is that these situations bring out the best in you. We realise it's a do or die game, but we are just focused on the controllables, on bowling. Ayega Jadi, Koshish, Puri, Ha, I will bowl soon. Efforts are on. Is that what it means? What does that mean? Ayega, Jaldi, Koshish, Puri, Ha.
Aega Jaldi means come soon. Koshish means struggle or fight. Puri means complete. Fight is completely there.
Yeah, so
you are reading
Hardik Pandya is apparently
cricket.
Hardik Pandya is meant to be the one.
Okay.
Well, he's still holding back from bowling. They're saying that he may well be bowling.
But they already have 6 bowlers, If Hardik Pandya even bowls 1 or 2 overs, that's very good.
Okay. Around 9 persons saying that I should call them hairitos as opposed to rabbitoes because they're hares. Well, no, rabbits are rabbits, hares are hares. They're rabbitoes. They've been that since 1908. I'm not about to change 113 years of history I'll tell you.
Yeah,
All
rabbits
right,
is
so
a general word.
what do you think? What do you think of Nathan Coulter-Nile and his form? He can't make the Australian side anymore. He's not good enough to play for Australia.
Not so
Is he?
good. That has been the problem with Mumbai Indians. Many are not in form. Many are not in form.
Really, the more and more you look at this competition, the more you have to give CSK a large pat on the back. They're looking extremely consistent. They're not dropped their form. They're going to play tonight against who are they playing tonight? They're playing against who are they playing next? They're playing I've forgotten who they're playing. Who are they playing?
Who they are playing
They're
with?
playing against Rajasthan Royals. CSK playing Rajasthan Royals. They're going to smash them, and they're going to be such clear leaders. It's not funny. CSK will finish number one.
CSK already has won 9 games, right?
Yep, they're on
Out of-
18 points
Out
out
of
of
11.
11.
That's really good.
CSK are surprising me somewhat. I mean, Venkatesh Iyer is a good player, clearly.
He's from KKR, right?
Oh, yeah, he is. But who's the guy that's helping the CSK? Hang on.
Which player are you referring to?
Oh, of course, it's Faf du Plessis. That's who I meant to be talking about. RCB play Punjab tomorrow as well as KKR on again. KKR are on again tomorrow.
Abhishek Agarwal is saying DC needed Amit Mishra the most in UAE. Could be. The slower spinners are actually doing good. Normal.
Is Amit Mishra not there?
I don't know is he in the team? They're not playing or what? What's the situation? I'm not aware.
So, okay, Mumbai Indians versus Delhi Capitals, though. I'm saying Delhi, you're saying Mumbai. This evening, Rajasthan Royals versus CSK. You'd think CSK will smash them. RCB versus Punjab
What are you saying?
Kings.
Who will win? CSK versus RR. Who will win?
Oh, CSK, easily.
Me too, CSK.
RCB versus Punjab Kings tomorrow in Sharjah. RCB have to win that.
That match, I would say, tomorrow's match, RCB Punjab Kings, I would say Punjab Kings.
Really? Then KKR play Sunrisers Hyderabad. KKR should win that.
Yeah, KKR will win that.
And then Delhi play Chennai, which is like 1 versus 2. Then Rajasthan Royals play Mumbai Indians, which Mumbai Indians have to win. Then RCB play SRH. RCB is going to win that. Chennai play Punjab. Chennai is going to win that. KKR versus Rajasthan. KKR will win that. Mumbai versus SRH. Mumbai should win that. And if they win that, they're going to be the same points as KKR if they lose. If they win, they're 2 points ahead. Really, today's match is definitely the most important one for Mumbai.
But yeah, Mumbai and the other teams also, because KKR, Punjab Kings, they will all be looking. They would be wishing Mumbai lose. So I would say this is the match where Mumbai holds the key, and they would have definitely realized that.
But KKR could have damaged everything if they'd won last night. That would have been curtains for Mumbai as well.
If they had won yesterday, then they just had to win their last 2 matches, and they would have been through.
Abhishek Agarwal was asking about what about Punk's decision to bowl first. It's become a way to do when everyone's deciding on winning the toss and bowling first, batting last, because the dew's not a factor.
Dew is see, the team batting first obviously bowls second. The question is not the dew. The question is, I think, the way they sweat more later on in the match. That's what I've seen, and that causes palms to be wet, and that's something that I've noticed. I don't know. Have you? I've seen not many commentators also talking about this, but I've seen that the players are sweating much, and the fielding team that is batting second, or the team that is bowling second they are really sweating a lot.
Yeah. The Delhi Capitals have a great opportunity to get rid of Mumbai Indians tonight. Delhi have to take it very seriously because it's really important for Delhi because they want to make sure Delhi wins today. They're through. They're probably going to be finishing in the top two. You think that'll be what will happen, and that will mean that RCB will probably be third, and one of these other teams will be fourth. If Mumbai lose tonight, it's going to be very hard for them to get through. They have to win games very, very, very well on a net run rate basis.
Not just see very well. They are so far behind. It's next to impossible, Norman, that to happen. They have to.
The run rate.
KKR loses to either SRH or RR. So that's why for them winning tonight is very important.
Yeah, I think this is probably the biggest game of this.
+4 and Mumbai Indians is -4. That's a huge difference for.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is.
So that's a huge difference for Mumbai Indians to, if they lose, to overcome just by run rate.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all for the way that.
Yeah, but you think of it this way, na, positive. Mumbai Indians just have to win the 3 matches, today's and the next 2. They are through. They don't have to worry about run rate at all. Think positive, Norman.
But I mean, look, for the competition, it would be what's better for the competition? For who to win? What is better for the struggle for 4th spot? It's better for Mumbai to lose, correct?
Because Mumbai says KKR is a clear-cut, given the situation, a clear-cut one who go through. See, today's match, okay, let's say when Mumbai Indians win, there is still a job to be done. They have to defeat SRH and RR. So it's not that let's say Mumbai Indians wins today and immediately the 4th spot is decided. Still, it's open. So it's not that everything is decided today itself.
No, I know that.
No name pulling like Behram being unreasonable, optimistic. Love that.
So are you going to be upset if Mumbai Indians lose tonight?
Yeah, why not? I will be.
Yeah, there's a comment there saying Behram is being reasonably optimistic. Love that. Today is
Someone was talking about yesterday's catch, the controversial catch yesterday. What did you feel? Out, not out?
Look at this. Look at that. That's an interesting stat. Look at that.
Today is Jayant Yadav's 8th IPL match since 2019. 5 of them have been against.
Is he a specialist bowler against this team?
No idea, honestly.
Well, you have to think so.
Could be. Maybe the statistician or analysis came up with something.
Monty's on a lot of television at the moment. He's doing a lot of television.
Monty Panesar.
Yeah.
Okay. Human is saying, now that I'm backing Rabbitohs, it's only fair that you support whom? Mumbai Indians.
So Anisha sent me a couple of comments. What did she say?
To join, but then I am in a contract with a company with a brand where I can't work anywhere else. So this year I couldn't even do IPL because of the same reason.
Who's that, Aparna?
During the IPL.
No, that's Anisha.
I so want to join, but then this year shows, especially during the IPL.
Praveen Adhikari, what happened to Venkatesh Iyer passe in bowling? A phase in bowling. Yeah, I found it very weird that they were giving Venkatesh Iyer even the death overs to be bowled. I don't know. That's too much expectation for me.
Okay, Human, what? Hang on. Norman said that I'm backing, now that I am backing the Rabbitohs. Human is backing the Rabbitohs. It's only fair that you support Punjab Kings, Norman.
No, Human, okay. I'm sorry because there is this chat box which is coming on the chat, so I could not read the last part of your chat. I thought you were talking on Mumbai Indians, so that's what came in my mind.
And what's Human says, want to play dirty, okay. So
because I said Mumbai Indians, right, but I could not read that last portion of the chat. because there's a
Okay.
small, I don't know, some kind of a chat popping up which I can't just remove.
So it looks as though
Match has started. First ball 4.
I'm just going to send someone. Of course, people are asking, "Where am I? What am I doing?" They're not aware that I'm. People always seem to want to know what I'm doing when I'm doing something. Let's have a look here.
Behram, you had your 5 trophies.
I'm just going to send this friend a. Okay. All right. So, Mumbai Indians have started to play, as you can see. They've faced 3 deliveries and they're none for 4. Have you seen that?
First
Behram?
ball went 4. Yeah. Behram, you have had your 5 trophies, albeit most of them were bought. It's very funny. Give other
It's
teams
very
a
interesting now because of the women's cricket. They're not showing the IPL on
good.
Foxtel.
That's good.
So Australia versus India has taken priority over the IPL. Behram, you've had 5 trophies, albeit most of them were bought. Give the other teams a chance, preferably CSK. Fair enough. Giants, Yadav scored a test 100 against England, 2006 batting at number 9. I think I remember that, actually. Abhishek Agarwal says, good decision to drop lowly. Yadav, well, he didn't look in great form, to be honest. Australia were 3 for 80, by the way, in the women's. Oh, boy.
One more wicket down. I just looked at the score.
Yeah, Meg Lanning just got out for 38. So Alyssa Healy's left, and they've already brought in Talia McGrath, which, to be honest with you, she bats very low in the order. She's not she's number 5 batter. They're saving Ashley Gardner and a few others in front. It's quite just women's. How does she get out?
And Lanning, I was seeing the match a little while ago. She got a lot of chances. Means there was a 2 drop catch. I think 1 drop catch and a 1 which just dropped between 2 fielders, like a top edge.
So Meg Lanning was actually given out LBW, I think, but the ball hit the bat onto the pad, but there's no DRS. That's a bit of a disappointment, isn't it?
Didn't see that, so can't comment.
Yeah, Meg Lanning was LBW off for Straka, and the ball smashed the bat onto the pad.
Okay.
Why hasn't women's cricket got DRS? Why?
There was some reason given, right? Some people were talking about why no DRS over here. Some reason was given.
So actually, it's Elise Perry and Talia McGrath that are in, Ashley Gardner, and then they've got a whole bunch of bowlers coming in. So they're in a bit of trouble. 3 for 80. Australia are in some serious trouble here. They could be 5 or 6 down. It could be in the
Is there a change in rule for the follow-on, or it's the same like for men's?
Same. I think it's the same.
So you have to be at least 200 runs in the lead.
I think that's the same. Yep.
Okay. Or it's
So
slightly
Australia's
low.
got to be 177 or thereabouts, and they could easily get,
Okay.
That's
No
a
name
hell of
is cheeky comments. IPL bought all the DRS.
So at this stage, of course, it's Mumbai Indians. Quinton de Kock, Rohit Sharma, he's at a 4, and the game's none for 7. Or at least the score was none for 7.
What do you think is a good winning score for Mumbai Indians here? Norman.
I think between 160 and 180.
That would be competitive. Abhishek Agarwal says Nortje and Rabada form serious pace attack for South Africa. It will be tough for Indian batters to face them in a South Africa tour.
Yeah, but this is India's best chance to really make a play for this. They really, India should put a stamp of approval on their overall form. They need to, have that ascendancy at the way they play. And, so Rohit Sharma's on 7 from 7 balls. Quinton's only faced 1. Nortje opened up with Avish Khan.
But Nortje and Rabada, well, see, forget the Test series. That is one. But for the T20 World Cup also, that's a good bowling attack for South Africa. If these two are really click and form. The problem is like batting wise, other than Quinton de Kock, and who do you see batting for them?
So, yeah, South African batting lineup is very ordinary. Let's be honest. They've got serious problems there with their batting line. They can't be considered a threat because of their batting. That's their Achilles heel. Without people like Duplessis and the like there, you can't see them. You can't see them doing well. There's no way they can do well. No way. That's my thoughts.
Amit also in the number 1 T20 country. But I don't know what's wrong.
Even with Australia, there's a lot of doubt about. It was very, very interesting to watch the interview between when Trevor Bayliss talks. It's very interesting to watch what he says, to be honest. So Mumbai are none for 8 after just under 2. Rather slowish start.
That's good actually. A slow start is good.
Why?
Because all the teams the batting first, they are starting well, but then screwing up, and so that's actually a good sign that they are doing a slow start.
You're only saying that because it's short term. That's why you're saying that. You're not saying that. You'd say anything. If it was a fast start, you would say, "Oh, it's a good fast start." Good
No,
start.
if it a fast start, I would have said that that's not good actually. See, remember when Mumbai Indians were batting, they did not chase. I said that's not good. Rohit out.
Robert's out.
Catch and ball, Avesh Khan. Caught and bowled.
Oh boy, that's not good for Mumbai.
No, that's good actually.
Why?
It's a bad start is good, Norman. Understand that.
Caught ball Avish Khan for 7. But then they're saying Avish Khan is bowling very well.
Avesh Khan is also a good bowler overall.
See, I don't know why Mumbai don't use Chris Lynn. I really don't. Very shaky start from Mumbai. Let's get the score up.
Let's see what Surya Kumar Yadav does. He needs to get in form because forget Mumbai Indians. The Indian team needs him.
So this is game 46, right? And it's Mumbai.
Yeah, game 46.
Mumbai versus good old Delhi. See, Delhi have never won the tournament, correct?
I think so, yeah. Delhi and RCB are the 2 teams that never won. Yeah. From the teams that are regularly there.
So Mumbai are 1 for
8.
1 for 8.
Avesh Khan to de Kock 4. So they're 12 for 1. Do it. Since you're typing, Norman, type 12 for 1.
There we are. So there we are. Game 46, Mumbai versus Delhi. And elected to bowl.
Amit has said Delhi, RCB, Punjab. These 3 teams never won.
I mean, let's be honest.
Punjab played one final, if I'm not wrong. and they lost to KKR.
Well, they're 1 for 12 now. Quinton de Kock is at a 4. Tuova's gone 1 for 12. That's not a great score. But they've lost a wicket.
Correct. Yeah, Punjab versus KKR 2014 IPL final.
So Sky better get his act together, I tell you. He needs to get his act together. He hasn't hit a century in this format, by the way. Avish Khan's taken 51 wickets. Amrich Norjay's at 67.
One thing I can suggest, Norman, is like in your video, your thumbnail, you should put it related to the match or something, because you're putting a same thumbnail, and it's maybe try put a IPL themed thumbnail and the match related theme, something like that.
I do.
No, what I can see is like a ground with you standing. Getting
No, that's actually not that's not the thumbnail. It's not the thumbnail. The thumbnail is actually, it is the, go back to get out of it and go look at where it is, and it's different.
See, I'll send you
it, now I know which one's showing, but this is what I've got up there. Hang on.
See, I sent you on WhatsApp, so you can see.
No, I know this. But that's not what's showing. This is what's showing. Let me show you. What I've just sent you is what's showing.
Okay. Padmasri Sajid, hi. No live match. What do you mean no live match?
What do you mean there's no live match? They're not showing this match live. Well, Foxtel's not showing it live. That's true. Well, come and watch us and talk to us, guys. We can give you a discussion about the game.
Hi to Sumant. Hi, Sumant. Bye to Padmasri. Fast in, fast out.
So Mumbai Indians, Sky hasn't been in great form. He's just on the one. Quinton de Kock's been in reasonable form. Ravichandra Ashwin is bowling already, so he's bowling ahead of Rabada.
Mm-hmm.
So they've used Avish Khan and Norjay, and now they're using Ravichandra Ashwin. So this is what I'm getting at about Ashwin. He would have been saying, I want to bowl. I'll tell you now.
So Surya, it's a 4. So that's a good sign.
Caught.
No, it's a 4.
Hit a 4. Quinton, I mean, if they had someone like Chris Lennon now, they'd be happy, I'll tell you. Especially against Ashwin. So Ashwin's actually gone for 9 runs off his over.
21 already.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive off his 9. He got off 9 deliveries. Off his over, he went for 9. So the score's 1 for 21.
The 4 was actually a 6. I was given a 6.
Was it a 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So it's 1 for 21, correct?
Yeah. Harsh Gupta talking about the Ashwin spirit of the game incident. My view, as I told yesterday, like I felt the onus was more on Rishabh Pant. It hit Rishabh Pant. He was the captain at that moment. Why did he run? He should have at that moment stopped. And as Ashwin said, he was not aware. Then that's it. I think the guy to be, if somebody to be blamed for the case of spirit of the cricket, would be Rishabh Pant and not Ravichandra Ashwin.
Are you saying Ashwin isn't the problem?
No, sir. Why are people targeting Ashwin on that? Means why not Rishabh Pant? He the ball hit him.
Yeah.
You know the ball has hit him for sure. He cannot say that I didn't knew the ball hit me. So the ball has hit him. Why did he? He should have stopped at there and told Ashwin no, no, no. Why did he go for the run? And he was the captain. He should have shown that kind of responsibility.
It was a mess all round, to be honest. Being very honest. So what have we got here? So yeah, interesting. The Ashwin early usage is not proven to be very good. So the Avish Khan is a real find, isn't he? Avish Khan should be playing for his country at some stage, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. One more good IPL. I think next IPL, then he would definitely be in the India team. Amit saying defending. Yeah, I read his point on Twitter. He was saying like even if I knew, I would have run. So that's within the like what people say, like if it's within the law of the game, then why not? So from his point of view, also he's right. It's like how you look at things. It's a different thing.
Yeah. That thumbnail is showing.
And your internet also today has lag, huh, Norman?
Is it okay now? It's working fine from my end, so I don't know what the problem is.
Your noise is perfect, voice is perfect, but the video is lagging, and it's lagging on both places. Yeah, you see the comments also there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with my internet. It's as clear as a bell from my end, so I don't know what the problem is.
I agree with what No Name is also saying, that the way it was then told that Ian Morgan and they coming and doing on that was also not wrong. That is also wrong, right? Nobody's talking on that. That's not how you behave. If you're talking about gentleman's game and spirit of the cricket, then
that's true. Amit was making a good comment. Avish Khan did go to the tests, but he was just a net bowler. He wasn't playing.
I'm honestly don't remember. The only person I thought was injured was Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill or Mayank Agarwal. Then KL Rahul came in his place. So that's what happened. Actually, then to just end this, why doesn't the MCC come up with the law that once they throw the ball and it hits the batsman inadvertently means the batsman is not trying to stop or it's inadvertent, the ball becomes dead over there and that run which is in progress gets completed, something like that. If really to avoid these kind of incidents.
Yeah. Aparna's just doing her little thing, so she'll be. So at this stage,
I'm also a little confused. Aparna also sends the link of this exact same thing, but right now she is not on. So, but this is running on her channel also.
Yes.
Okay.
But she's coming on.
In Ashwin's incident, it became Western Bloc versus Asian Bloc. This is, new terminology is coming. Western Bloc, Asian Bloc. Sumant is asking you a question, Norman.
Well, what do you think about Ben Stokes' incident World Cup final? In regards to the last delivery when he dived and the ball hit the bat, it's just the way it happened. There's nothing deliberate by Stokes at all. It's unfortunate. You know, maybe if it was deliberate, it would have been a different story, but it was not deliberate. I still think New Zealand really deserved to win that, but they didn't. Fair enough. But then New Zealand made it up by the World Test Championship. That's all forgotten now. India's performance in the Test match was absolutely fantastic. In the World Test Championship, unfortunate, but what they did post that in the series against England was absolutely magnificent. I'm live on 2 channels. Yes, I know. On Cricket Conversations and this one, correct. Yeah, New Zealand have made up for it with their World Test Championship. Don't you worry. Don't worry.
Funny many things happening. So when is the final match of Rabbitohs? I thought it was last Sunday. Like when?
No, it's tomorrow. It's the grand final between
Okay.
Rabbitohs, South Sydney, versus the Penrith Panthers. Last week, South beat Manly and Penrith beat Melbourne, and the two teams will go through the grand final, which is tomorrow. Huge deal.
So this is only one final, or like best of 3 or best of 7, something like that, like NBA.
No, it's just one match, one grand final. That's the way a grand final should be, Baram. You shouldn't have best of 3. Just one match, all the drama.
NBA, it's like best of 7, right?
What?
In basketball, NBA.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is very true. But yeah, you can't have that with rugby league because it's too physical. It'd be too tiring. It's far too physical. You really can't. Injuries, broken bones. You can't play 7 matches. So Star Street.
ODI World Cup.
Mumbai Indians are 1 for 31. Their current run rate is 6.64. It's improving, but it's still not overwhelming. Rabada's now on bowling. He's had 8 runs taken off him already off 4 balls. Rabada was hit for 6.
Yeah, Quinton de Kock.
Are you watching the game?
I'm not watching because the noise, and in my problem in the application, I cannot mute it.
I actually don't think there is. It's not live at all, which is very unusual. Maybe the time slot, perhaps.
Because Fox is showing the women's test match, right?
Exactly. Which will finish well. It might finish pretty late, actually.
Yeah. So in India, which channel is showing the IPL?
I don't know. It's not Star Sports.
So I can see on. No, it's showing on Star Sports. Star Sports 1.
Is it?
Hindi. So 4.5 overs, 32 for. That's what it's showing. Another previous 6. Star Sports 1. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, Amit.
Interesting. This is a very interesting tussle. They made a mistake putting Ashwin in so early. I'll tell you now.
I don't know what No Name is trying to say. Like, do you need to run because of spirit of cricket? Means I don't know, because I don't think the England team in the final could have even come and said that no, we won't take that 2 runs.
No.
Or those 4 runs, not even 2 runs, because they got that 2 and 4 there, so they got 6.
So they're 1 for 32 after how many overs after 5? I'm just updating it.
Yeah, Harsh, I'm watching on Hotstar. I use a VPN. I put the VPN of India and then watch, because direct watching is Hotstar is not available here.
Well, they've only lost to 1 wicket. They're 1 for 32 after 5. Run rates dropped a little bit. It's just over 6.
I think all teams batting first till now, if you notice in the many matches, they are doing very well in the 10-12 overs. It's in the last 10 or last 5, last 6 overs is where the game change is happening, where the other team comes back and keeps the score down. That's what is happening. So that's what Mumbai Indians need to see, that how they. And actually, if you see that has been the strength of Mumbai Indians previously, like the way prolifically they used to score in the last 5-6 overs. and also defend. Same in the bowling, they used to make sure that the other team does not score in 5-6 overs. If you see, that has been the strength of Mumbai in the last two IPLs that they won. Like the
In
scroll.
the Philippines, you've got Disney Plus. That doesn't show cricket. That's funny.
So that's what I was saying. What I was just coming back to that Mumbai Indians. Their strength is the last 5-6 overs, both on the batting side as well as the bowling side.
Yeah.
So that's something which needs to. If that can click here, I'm telling you, it can be very good. Quinton de Kock trying all types of shots, like moving here, moving there. Yesterday's match, that Dinesh Karthik wicket was very funny.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
He moved where? Like, I found it. How far he's going? He's like even outside the wide crease of off stump.
He's a character, Dinesh Karthik, I reckon. Seems to be a very flamboyant person. On Disney Plus, there's many channels going Star Sports. I didn't know that.
So you don't have any channel, Norman, to watch the IPL?
Not at the moment, because as I said, the women's cricket has superseded it. I'm just watching the results and getting updates from the written format because it's not coming through visually. And you're not getting it visually either, are you?
No, I'm getting it. I used to actually watch it on Fox, but then I changed to Star Sports. So I'm getting it.
You said you were getting it on Fox.
No, means yesterday's match I watched it on Fox.
Yeah, and so did I.
Because I get a very clear, like it's very clear and up to date. But right now on Fox they're playing the women's cricket.
Yep.
So I then shifted to Star.
I'm intrigued. If Australian women were playing New Zealand women, would they show that in front of the IPL? I bet you they wouldn't. I bet you the IPL would be in charge of Australia versus New Zealand, but because there's India involved, they probably have.
Okay, don't understand. This is for the Australia audience, right? So they would.
Oh yeah.
It's Australia playing, so even if it was Australia and New Zealand, they would play that also.
It is
there
interesting to see.
Definitely many audience or cricket aficionados who want, and if you see like barely Australia as a whole, men's and women's, they have barely played anything this year. So like true cricket fans in Australia would be definitely waiting to see their team play.
Oh, for sure.
So,
but there's no crowd inside this stadium, Metricon in Gold Coast. There's no one there.
Is it not allowed, or is it actually that?
It's not allowed.
Okay.
It's probably not allowed.
I noticed that. I thought that it's not allowed because it was literally nobody was. There are one people here and there, but I thought
in Victoria, we've got 1,500 cases a day. Sydney's got about 800. Brisbane hasn't got too many, but they're panic merchants there, I tell you. They're panicking.
So when are you guys expecting to hit 80% and get opened?
Well, we're going to 70% on October 11th. Okay. October 25th, we're supposed to be getting to 80%. In November, international flights will start again. And the quarantine will be 1 week home quarantine, no longer hotel. That's a big change.
But this international flights will be only for Australians, right? It's not like other nationalities can't come in, if I'm not wrong.
No, I don't think you're right. I think it's Australian travel internationally leaving Australia is November, and we can return and go into 1 week home quarantine as long as you're vaccinated. But the international travel into Australia will probably be in the new year. That's the early discussions, but I don't know a date at this point.
Suman Avasti is asking your comments on the women team performance. Indian women.
My thoughts on the women's team performance in the ongoing. It's brilliant. They've got Australia 3 for 87. The Indian women are bowling well. The Indian batting was fantastic. 8 for 377. That's an enormous score for any level of women's cricket. That is enormous. And especially against Australia at home, amazing effort. Really, quite amazing effort. So Quinton de Kock is out. Norgay's caught off Aksa Patel.
I think I have a slight one ball delay, looks like.
So 2 for 37 off 6.2. The run rate's fallen below 6. That's a pretty poor batting performance by Mumbai, I'm telling you.
There's still a lot of batting to come, Norman. But
yeah, but those two, de Kock and Rohit Sharma, set the platform. Come on. It's a pretty big start.
There's a request from no name. Norm, update the score, please.
Oh, all right. I'm waiting for the over to go. 2:37. Okay. All right.
Where is our Gurkirat Gill? Not many days not seen.
Who?
Gurkirat Gill.
He's actually currently on the Delhi Capitals fans page because they're playing. So that's it. That's his main thrust.
Means he
So
runs.
Tiwari scored a single.
It's a YouTube channel, or what? He runs that.
Yeah. It's Delhi. They're pretty big actually. I was on it. I was on it doing I gave them the prediction for. Remember, I gave the prediction third ball duck for Warner live.
Oh, you did that. Oh, I don't remember that moment.
Amazing. I predicted Dave. Don't you give me that? You don't remember.
No, but
you will.
Perfectly spot on prediction means predicting one batsman to get out of what ball number and what score means I don't know how much exact can you get.
Yeah, I mean obviously I'm a guru. And also said he would get out for less than 20, which he did, and he was dropped.
But see, on the performance of Warner to drop him, I find it I don't accept that. There must be something.
No, he was given an ultimatum. He was given an ultimatum. Get your act together. He was dropped the first time, Behram, and he wasn't going to come back. He must have begged to get back in, and they gave him a second chance, and he got out for a duck and two. All right, off you go. They couldn't wait any longer. They were losing.
But who else is batting then? Norman, you tell me now. Who else is scoring in the
Jason Roy got 60 in his first match.
Just one match. Second match, he also.
But
let's see what he does in the next two matches.
Then, well, it won't matter because Warner's
what is Williamson doing? I don't see any score from Williamson also. Not a single Sunriser. The whole team is just making Warner a scapegoat for his performance. There must be some other things.
No, but Brahm, it's not just his duck and his two. It's the way it was dissension about the selections of the team, not announcing the 4 debutants the previous time he lost his captain. Didn't feel that he was knocking the selection panel. He was knocking the selectors, the coaching. He was knocking everybody. They got sick of him. And then he was given a second chance, and he blew it. And he didn't even turn up to the game when he was dropped. He didn't even turn up to the game. So clearly, he spat his dummy. He must have spat his dummy. Okay, he must be doing things wrongly in the back room areas. Surely, right? So it's not just the duck and the two that he got. It's his whole attitude.
Sumant is saying he was dropped because of you. You were angry on him.
I was just telling it as it is. That's what I was doing. That's the truth of it. I was telling it as it is, and he really, was horrible. Very, very sad. Very sad because he's Jemima Rodriguez is on the field. I see. Everyone should be watching my Australian fans reaction. That was good. Diversity is an alien word for Pakistan. Okay, Warner has mentally upset him. Well, maybe his wife saw it and told him. Who knows? It's not a rant. It's fact. So Australia are 3 for 97 in the women's cricket. Perry's on 10. McGrath is on 12. And in the IPL, we have Mumbai Indians at 2 for 45 after 7.2. Yadav on 15 and Tiwari on 3. Ravi Chandra Ashwin's going to be second over. But the run rate's still only around 6. It's not great.
Diversity is an alien word for Pakistan. I don't know. I recently heard that Umar Akmal went to USA. I don't know what he went for there, and he got strip searched. So that is going on the news everywhere.
He got what?
Strip searched. Like remove all the
that would have been random. They wouldn't have known who he was. Australia aren't handling this red ball very well, this pink ball very well, I'd say.
Incoming legal ramifications on Norman from the Warners. Be careful, Norman.
Why does it say that?
I all in the same how can you say municipality, or do you all stay in the same municipality or no, different?
Oh God. I want to know this person's name. You're not showing us the name. It's not nice.
Maybe Sumat knows it. Sumat, what's his name? Or Amit?
Yeah. At least have a fictitious name so we know who we're talking to. It's very frustrating. They've got their 50 at least. Sky's on 21 off 16. 252 after 8 overs.
Umar Akmal went to US to play cricket. Yeah, many cricketers are now shifting to US, like basically where they see potential over there.
It's money. After 8 overs, there we go. So
why don't we do a show like in between also, Norman? Like maybe somewhere.
Well, we'll see. I mean, do you want me to do one if Mumbai wins? Yes. If Mumbai loses, you won't want me to do a show.
No, both I'm fine. So the end of that match and the start of the new match. Because usually what I see, people are much more active post matches than.
Actually, they're not. They're not. I tried that the other day, and it was very low views during that period. They prefer the preview of the first match.
Okay.
Yeah, I've tried that. So Australia
an ODI test batsman. What does that mean? Same with the former under-19 captain. Sad for Unmukh Chand. Yeah. Yeah, so many, like when I watch the under-19 World Cups, especially you get to hear of so many good names, but then they just suddenly disappear.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. Norman, I don't know if you heard of that. There was one cricketer in India, a youngster, who scored 1,000 runs in a single inning.
Yes.
His name was
Yeah.
Dhanavde.
Yeah.
After that, what I heard, he's actually playing terribly, and he in fact left cricket. Then suddenly he was hooked. He came back into cricket. But what is happening?
You know what? They made too big a deal of the poor kid. He was far too young, too much pressure, and let's be honest, a young kid that age could have a great period, but it's a matter of whether he keeps it up, whether he matures, and if he loses interest, it happens. Unfortunately.
Yeah, correct. Not just it's applicable in overall sports. I've seen that when young kids, especially in that, you need to give a very special coaching to them and not so much of pressure on them.
Well, if you make Indian headlines, for cricket at that age, it's too much.
Yeah, you are an immediate superstar actually. If you're in a city like Mumbai, like you are a overnight superstar, your whole life changes. And then it's like the expectation is every match you will be scoring at least, okay, not 1,000 but at least 500. Where scoring 100 itself is a big deal.
Exactly, and clearly that can't be kept up unless he suddenly plays for his country, like say a Tendulkar did at 16. That's the only difference. This kid was not even near 16, was he?
It was I think 14 if I'm not wrong.
Well, they should have not made a big deal of it, honestly. But they made the press, unfortunately.
Okay, Norman, I'll take a leave.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you later. Good luck for your Mumbai innings. They're going to need it.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye bye.
All right, thanks, bro. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone watching. Do like and subscribe. Share with your friends.
Thank you,
Bye.
bro. Thank you. Yeah, so we've got matches going. Australia 3 for 101 in the women's, and after 42 overs, there's not a brisk run rate at all, and it's quite disturbing there for the Australians. They're really struggling, really struggling. And in this match, of course, it is also rather close. We have a situation here where 2 for 57 after 9 overs, which I'll just update for you on the boards, which is, pretty slow going. It's not a big lead to chase down at all at this point. Yeah, 50 off after 9, that's 6.3 and over. So it's 120, 125 or thereabouts, 26. It's kind of very average, too low for this wicket. But they've got 2 wickets down, they've got wickets in hand. Sky's on that 24 and Talani's on 6. So they're in a reasonable position, but not by no means good. By no means good. Now, IPL is not streaming currently in Australia, correct? It's not. It's not streaming currently in Australia. Is it streaming where you are, is the question. We've got Perry there in the batting department. It's a really mediocre situation there. The ground's got divots on it. It's quite horrible the way the divots are. You could split the watching part amongst yours and a partner channel. Well, we are on a partner channel at the moment. We are currently on a partner channel. Pooja Fastraka, who looks a very, very tall young girl, is bowling to and then let me show the speed of the deliveries. England and India are playing after a one-off test match in July 2020. Correct. BCCI and ECB are yet to decide if it will be a decider of the series or not. Exactly. That's July next year. Okay. All right. Very frustrating match this for Mumbai Indians at this stage. Old Trafford Test match results hampers ICC Test rankings. Yeah, but not significantly and not long term it won't. So let's look at the Indian score there. Last time I told you it was over 257 after 9. And they've got a strategic timeout going on at the moment, which is an annoying timeout. Oh, no. There's an absolute buffoon that's on at the game. Normally, if you want, I know a website where you can watch IPL for free. If you need to link, I can share. That's okay. It'll be on a bit later. This Pushaka is a very, very good bowler. Pujo, as she's called. Perry's got a ball through the slips. Rabada back up for strategic timeout. Harsh, we want to tell it quickly. Publicly, you should call it advertising. Thoughts on Australian women versus now? We talked about Aditya Rai quite a bit. And they're in a great position. 377 for 8. Australia 3 for 106. It's brilliant performance so far. Really, quite brilliant. Very impressed by the Indian women. Very, very impressed. All right, so we've got Rabada coming back to bowl. And they've hit a couple of runs there. So, yeah, it's almost 10 overs. They've only got 50 odd runs. It's a fairly mediocre. Well, Sky's still there, but they've only lost the two wickets. It's a reasonable position to be in. Smearman is the second in-bat after Virat Kohli to score a pink ball century. There you go. And a very elegant one as well. She batted beautifully, to be honest. But Mumbai got to get their act together. They're not really scoring many runs here. Being 2 for 59 after 9.4. Let's just see if they got any more there. Yeah, the women's cricket certainly has come along a pace, that's for sure. Certainly has improved. Believe it. I saw it hits the first 6 of Mumbai's innings. Well, yeah, but that's not the first. There was another 6 hit earlier. Pretty sure off Aksa Patel. No, it was. So Rabada's had almost 2 overs there for 11. Scores have been fairly slow in moving. Okay, that was Rabada. That's his second 6 for Rabada. So it's 2 for 66 off 10. That was a much needed set of boundary, that one. We got 9 off that over. Two for 66 after 10 overs. It's pretty. It's not, you know. Sky's got 33 or 25, 2 balls to 6s. He is showing some form to Aksa Patel's going to his 3rd over now. Indian women certainly, you know, done a good job. They've taken 3 wickets against a very top class Australian batting line, apparently. You wouldn't think it's that top class at the moment. Okay. It's going to be interesting. Okay, it's going to be a bit longer. Have you guys watched my fans' reaction video? You haven't given me comments. Sky's gone. Okay. Sky's gone. We're hearing the sky is gone. Yeah, he was looking pretty aggressive. So caught Rabada bowled Patel. Patel's taken 2 wickets now. He's looking good. 3 for 68. It's not what I would call a great scoreline. Fairly disappointing there. And Delhi's going to win this. And this should be the end of Mumbai Indians, I'm afraid. So Dipti Sharma's come back on in this Australian India innings. So 306, Perry's on 15, McGrath's on 16. Dipti Sharma got none for 2 off 5.2 overs. Some pretty good batting. Yes, it's a most upsetting situation for Mumbai. Really, they have not played up to their potential this year. They've still got one of the best sides on paper. It's a very frustrating match. Indeed, it's very frustrating. And the updates are very slow in coming through too, by the way. So Kieran Pollard's in there now. He's obviously the goods. 3 for 73 after 11 overs is the score. Which is, it's a fair position. It's by no means good enough. Because really, Mumbai got down through into the 12th over. Very, very frustrating to watch a match go. And I had some big hitters down the order. Okay, well, let's see them in action. Mumbai Indians, 5 IPLs, 13, 15, 79. So every second year, 20. Therefore, they should not be 21. So fret not. Oh, I'm not fretting. Has Delhi invited you on their channel? Yes, I've been on the channel, Hush. I was on there recently. I predicted Warner's third ball duck live on air, and they made it a part of their promo. It was very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so this young girl here looks very good. Kind of underperformed. Mumbai is somewhat struggling here still. 11.4 overs, 11.5. Rabada's more expensive than I thought he would be. No, he's not. 6.7 is bang on number. He's having a great over here. He's only been one run hit off the ball, five balls, five dot balls. No IPL team has won 3 IPL trophies in a row. Mumbai have won its last 2, but I think was might be broken this season. Correct. Normally you watch ABP TV, ABP Live, ABP News, ABP Hindi, ABP. I was on that many a time. You go back through my videos, Harsh, you'll see. So yeah, only one run off, and there's a 1 wide. Okay, which means an extra run. So the run rate, what's the run rate? 6.33. It's not overwhelming at all. So 76 off 12. So 76 off 12. That's 6.33. That's not. But 8 overs left, 48 runs, down 120 and 30. It's not enough runs. Delhi should win that and win that easily. The way they're going. Come on, guys. We must also remember there is a game following this, and that will be all the details of that. Rajasthan Royals versus Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings should win that. You would think that's the likelihood of that happening. All right. So the 3 for 76, 79 now, off 12.2. 2 hours on 15. Karen Pollas on 2. At least he can go. We know he can go. It's a very sluggish sort of batting performance so far. Honestly, this late in the piece and haven't scored 100 runs. It's pretty poor. .94, 3 for 80. Only 4 runs have come off the surface so far. Still have 2 balls left with a wide. There's a wicket. Oh my God, Tuari's out, unfortunately. Caught punt by Patel. So Patel is killing it. He's got 3 wickets now. Look, he's going to press his claims to the World Cup. I tell you, they're 4 for 80 after 12. This is not a good situation. Mumbai is looking precariously like they're heading for a loss, to be honest. It's not quite 13 overs, but it's pretty close to it. 6.23, 4 for 80. Pollard will be joined now. Let's see who Pollard's joined by. Axel Patel's taken 3 wickets. Looks pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. $195. Very frustrating for Mumbai Indians. If they lose this, they were given the opportunity by KKR because they lost. Chance was given to Mumbai to win this match. Fairly resolutely a 4 for 80 now. Hardik Pandya has come in with 7 overs left to, well, Pollard and Pandya. This is an interesting pairing. Realistically, you got 2 batsmen who can go. Well, they've got the opportunity now to do something. Let's see if they can do it. So no comments, guys. Not many comments. TC will have to chase. Couldn't be so easy for them. Well, Mumbai is definitely in trouble. The third lowest now is gone. Okay. right, so Australia, the women's are 3 for 118. Perry on 16 and McGrath looking pretty good on 27. Pooja's got the 1 wicket there for 24. Chasing 377 for 8 that India got magnificent. Bumrah will make the difference, you reckon? Okay, we'll see. So 83. Pollard's got 4 runs now. It's been wide and 2 singles. Run rate is certainly dropping now at 6.22. Not a great. They're running a fast running out of overs. Before too long, it'll be down to 14 overs gone. They've got Pollard and Pundia there, but that's the difference that we can see. Bumrah's a good bowler, yes. Whether he's going to make significant enough a difference, we just don't know. 68, 126. Pollard versus Ashwin. Here we are. Amateur of Australia has got some stats. Pollard versus Ashwin, innings 12, outs 5. Ashwin bowling right now. Okay. That's a significant situation, I guess. Okay, guys. All right, guys. We're going to see each other very soon again. It's later this evening. So all the best. Take care. View, like, and share. Hit subscribe. Notification buttons. Please come on the channel and have a look. Ask questions as much as you want. It's time we get more interactive, and that's what we're going to be doing more of. And we're getting close to semi-finals with a bigger group of people. It'll be fantastic. All the best.